Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to basically be doing like a full face tutorial, mostly focusing on the new ColourPop Just My Look palette. We've been asking for a green palette for a very long time and they finally delivered. So I'm definitely doing a green look today and I'm very, very excited. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Hopefully I get this video up before St. Patrick's Day. Without further ado, let's just jump into the video. For my primer, I'm actually just gonna go into the Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist from the Glow Recipe. I've been actually really loving this a lot. It smells so good. Like, do you hear how like fine that mist is? It's so nice and hydrating and like refreshing on the skin. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I don't think I've ever tried this before. This is the NARS Super Radiant Booster in Illuminate. It's like a really glowy product. And I kind of want to place this underneath my foundation. Ooh, that is really pretty. I'm just gonna take it on like a flat top brush and just apply this to my skin. Ooh. Whoa, glow, but also it blends in really nicely. It's like a very lotiony, like smooth texture. Okay, so the one little negative is it definitely accentuates everything on your face. So maybe that wasn't the greatest idea, but I'm gonna go in with my foundation and hope that kind of makes it better. So I'm gonna take the Frankie Rose foundation in the shade China Silk. This has been like one of my favorite foundations for literally over 4 years. I always go like back and forth between foundations and I've actually been really loving this one again. So I'm going to use it with a little beauty sponge. Foundation's coverage is really nice, but it's like a super lightweight foundation. It says it's like a matte foundation, but I don't find it to be like super matte and drying, and I don't feel like dehydrated like midday. I think it's kind of like a natural like satin-like foundation. Alright, so this is the foundation on one side, this one without. I actually really like the color as well. This has always been like one of those foundations that's come like the closest to being the right skin tone. I just realized I wasn't filming. I'm gonna go into the Frankie Rose concealer in the shade Angelic. This has also been a favorite of mine. It's also really lightweight, covers what you need it to, super creamy, doesn't crease and get cakey on me. It's really good. I'm gonna go back into my sponge, blend everything out. Trying to figure out if my skin looks different using like the NARS Radiant Booster. I feel like usually when I put like more illuminating primers or products underneath my foundation, it ends up getting covered up. So I don't know if my skin looks any more luminous. Maybe like a little bit, like when I smile, I can see like a very slight little glow on my cheek. But then again, like I don't think it's anything too crazy. To set my face, I'm taking the MAC and Patrick Star powder. I love the powder, hate this packaging so much. It's like really, really messy. I kind of have to keep it upside down, but without a doubt, there's always powder in the air, on my clothes, everywhere. So I basically just dip into the cap and I'm gonna just set all over my face. I feel like I always use my Jouer bronzer, but today I guess let's use this one. It's from Laura Mercier. It's the Matte Bronzing Soleil 1. I feel like it's been forever since I've used this. So I'm gonna take that on my favorite bronzer brush, which is the Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek 127. This is the best, honestly. Favorite bronzing brush of all time. Okay, maybe picked up a little bit too much. So recently MAC came up with a new collection, I believe it's for spring, and the packaging is so, so cute. I think it's really pretty. They have these two highlight powders, which obviously caught my attention. But what was kind of interesting is when I first got them and I was looking at them, I was like, oh wow, that's beautiful, it's so shiny. And then I saw a picture online of the product kind of on display and it was like matte. And I was like, is that the same product? So I took the more pink one and I kind of ran my finger on top and it basically removed all like the shimmer. So it was an overspray, which was very, very disappointing. And now it's kind of like a soft blush color, like really soft. I don't know, it was just really interesting. It's like not a highlight powder anymore and I don't understand why there was like a spray on top. But once you kind of get through the first layer, it's just like a matte powder. Either way, I kind of want to use it as a blush, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Yeah, it's like basically a matte powder underneath. It's interesting because it has a very slight like luminous look to it, but it's very subtle, but the color is actually pretty. It goes on really smoothly. Honestly, it looks more pink when you swatch it on your finger and in pan, but once you kind of put it on your face, it is quite brightening. Like it's not like pinky blush, it's just brightening. I don't know, this product is confusing the heck out of me, but I do think I need a little bit more pigment. So I'm gonna go into the BH Cosmetics Blushing in Bali palette, and I'm just gonna pick up some of this shade right here. There we go, now we have some pink. For my highlighter, I'm gonna go into the new Fenty Beauty highlight, which is called What a Brat. It's that pink one with all that sparkle. Oh, it's so pretty. I bought this from Sephora not too long ago, and it's gorgeous. I was kind of scared it would like show up a little bit too pink on my cheeks, but it's really not that overwhelming, and it looks so beautiful like on the eyes. Like I will put it all over my lids, like even till my brow bone, and when it catches the light, it's so sparkly and magical. I'm taking that on my BH 140 brush. Love this brush so much. And let's go ahead and apply this to the cheeks. It's definitely a more sparkly highlight, so if you don't like that, you might not enjoy this, but I think it's beautiful. Oh, this is definitely one of those highlighters that adds more of like a sparkly glow rather than like a beam of blinding highlight. You can definitely layer this on top of other highlighters just to give it that like pinky sparkle. In the light, when the sun hits, or if you go to an event at nighttime, it's so beautiful. So I don't know, I just really like this highlight a lot. However, for like a little nose highlight, I'm just gonna go back to that BH palette and take the lightest highlight shade in there and just use that for my nose, just because I don't want pink sparkle. We're just gonna add a little bit. Ooh, this highlight is really intense in this palette. Actually, let's just add a little bit on top of the Fenty, just kind of like in the center, just so it like pops when we turn our head. So for my eyebrows, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Dope Taupe Brow Pencil, and then I'm gonna top it with the Urban Decay Brow Endowed Taupe Trap Brow Color Gel, and I will be right back. So like I said, for my eyes, I'm gonna be using the ColourPop Just My Luck palette, which is just full of green shades. So obviously today's look is gonna be green. I'm really excited as usual. Don't know what I'm doing, but we're doing it. Starting off with the lightest shade, which is this one right here. It's called Chances Are. It's like a soft, like seafoam mint color. And this is gonna go into the crease. Ooh, she's pigmented. Hello? I was really not expecting this color to be this pigmented, because usually shades like this don't really pack a punch like this, but this is amazing. Okay, pleasantly surprised. I'm gonna dip into the color right next to it, and it's called Kiss My Hass, because Hass avocados, that's funny. And it's the color of an avocado, literally. This is also gonna go into my crease. I'm enjoying these shades so far. You gotta love ColourPop's product's name, but I'm actually kind of shocked that they named something that actually matches the color, like Hass avocado, and that's literally the color of an avocado. They never do that, so I'm kind of like, whoa. We are now going into this shade. It's called Act Natural. It's more of like a matte foresty green, and I'm gonna try to like use as many colors as I can. Oof, I'm gonna tap this off a little because I'm gonna apply this to start deepening it up. Wow, I am so impressed with these shadows, and they're not patchy at all. Like, I've tried so many green shades that just do not blend out well, and they're always like patchy on the eyes. This highlight on my nose is so bright. Now we're gonna go into the darkest green of the palette, and it's called Mo Bamba. Mufasa? Huh? Let's really pack the color on first. Ooh, this is a really pretty color. It's so windy outside. Holy moly. This is looking so cool. I'm taking a small little pencil brush. I'm gonna go into Kiss My Hass, and I'm going to apply this to my lower lash line. I'm basically just going to smoke this out, mimic what we've got going on in the crease. I'm gonna take Mo Bamba, and again, I'm going to apply this to my lower lash line, but I'm gonna keep it more on the outer parts. Kind of don't know what I want to put on my lids. I'm gonna go with these two. I'm gonna kind of do the lime green on the inner corners out, and then just like stab myself. And then I'm gonna take this mid-tone green and kind of place it on the rest of my lid. All right, let's start with the green. I do want to wet these just so I can get more of an intense metallic, but it's actually really pretty with a dry brush as well. I took some of my Fix Plus and dampened my brush a little. I didn't even tell you guys what this color was called. This shade is called Mary Jane. So for the rest of my lid, I'm gonna take the shade Big Banks. It kind of reminds me, I watched Saving Mr. Banks last night, It was so good. I didn't think it would be that emotional of a movie. Like, I definitely was crying, but it was such a good movie. Ooh, the shade. Yeah, this color is definitely like pulling the look in, and they're just like blending into each other so seamlessly. Oh, this is gorgeous, and I haven't even wet this shadow. I'm using this one dry. Just dipping into Mary Jane very lightly. I'm just kind of like tapping that, making sure I have a really nice gradient between the two colors. Like, I don't want it to be like a harsh line. For my waterline, I'm taking this Marc Jacobs matte liner in the shade Whirlpool. It's kind of more on the teal side, but I think it'll work. For my bottom lashes, I am applying the ColourPop BFF mascara in Kiss and Teal. I believe that's what it's called. And it kind of matches the liner I put in my waterline. Ooh, that's kind of like cool. I did want to do a wing, and I was thinking to do a green wing using the ColourPop BFF liner in The Hills, which is a green. And I used this recently in one of my tutorials. That's the green, but I was kind of concerned that since we have a lot of dark green, I don't know if this is gonna show up. I'm gonna see if it's gonna show up. If anything, I'll just go over it with black, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back with my wing and my mascara. Clearly the green didn't work out. It was literally the same exact color as my crease, so it didn't really show up, but I do think that the black kind of makes it pop still, and it's super pretty. Of course, my liner got thicker and thicker as I was applying, because it just happens that way sometimes. But I really love the final eye look. Now that the eyes are complete, we're gonna move on to the last step, which is lips. And I'm gonna try one of these new Huda Beauty matte lipsticks. This is the shade Interview, and this is Graduation Day. These are so pretty, by the way. Like, the packaging is gorgeous, and then the actual lipstick, so pretty. The shape is quite different. I haven't seen a shape like this before. This is Graduation Day, and this is Interview. Interview is a little bit warmer, and this is a little bit more like a mauve-y shade. I'm thinking the more warm color. Yeah, let's do Interview. I'm gonna apply the lipstick without a liner and see how that goes. It goes well. No, that is, wow, that is really pretty. It's so matte and so creamy at the same time. Okay, I should stop talking and just apply it. I love this lipstick so much. First of all, the color is gorgeous. This is a Just shade 100%, but it's like your lips look like velvet. They're matte, but it's so creamy and lightweight. My lips don't feel like overly dry. Oh, that feels so good. This is the completed look, and I have to say, guys, I'm so into the green eyes. Like, it looks so cool. I'm gonna have to wear green more often. I'm quite impressed with this palette. I pretty much used all the shadows except for maybe this row right here, but I have to say, for all the green shades that I use, like even the mattes, there was no skipping, there was no patchiness or problems blending any of the colors out. It looks beautiful. They were all super pigmented. I love the look that I created. If you're looking for like an all green palette, I definitely recommend this. Like, this was fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and like the look that I came up with. As usual, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Messy Jessie Beauty, Instagram, Makeup by Jessie. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please do so before you go, and also hit that little bell so you are notified every time I post a new video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!